welcome to Solid Quest. I am Ed, and today I want to show you a playthrough of Pandemic as a solo game. This is a great classic. It's one of those co-op classics, but it can also be played solo, and that's what I want to show you today. Now, we have our game already set up here, okay? So all of the pieces are already in place. We have our cure disease markers, outbreak marker, our characters right there. I've already placed the random cities that were diseased. So we have 3 disease cubes in Calcutta. We have Taipei. We have Istanbul, and then we got 2 in Hong Kong, in Seoul, and in Kinshasa, and then 1 disease cube in London, in Mumbai, and where is it? In Khartoum. Okay, so those were placed here on the discard pile. I've already did that little step just to speed things along a little bit. Okay, so you don't have to be dragged into seeing all of the setup. Okay, so I also drew random characters. We have drawn the medic, which has these special options. He will remove all of the cubes of one color when doing the treat disease action. Okay, instead of removing 1 cube per action, he removes all of them. And he also automatically removes cubes of cured diseases from the city you are in and prevent them from being placed there. Okay, so let's say we had cured one of these 4 diseases. As soon as he moved into a space with a blue cube, like London, the cube would be automatically removed. He is a great character. And he drew these 4 cards in a 2-player game. Let's call it like that. I'm just playing 2 characters, so we draw 4 cards for each. But as we use more characters, we draw less cards. Unfortunately, he drew 1 of each color, which sucks, but oh well. Okay, and on this side, we have the operations expert. What can he do? As an action, he can build a research station in the city you are in. No city card needed, because normally you would need to discard the city card specific to where you are, where you want to build. Let's say you were in Buenos Aires, you have to discard that card to build a research station. He has no need to, he just uses an action. And then once per turn, as an action as well, move from a research station to any city by discarding any city card. Okay, so he is great for moving around and getting to those hot spots really fast. So what else can I tell you? So the objectives of the game is to actually cure these 4 diseases. How do we do that? We have to gather 5 cards, 5 city cards of the same color, and then we have to deliver those 5 cards to a research station and then take the cure action. Okay, the discover a cure action. Okay, so he is already has a great start for the black disease. Okay, he doesn't have a great start. Okay, so we have to cure these 4. As soon as we do, we just move this marker here. If we happen to remove all of the cubes of a disease that is cured, let's say we had removed all the black cubes, we could eradicate this disease. Which means if by any chance more red cubes were going to enter the board, they would be prevented from entering. There would be no more black disease on the board. Okay, it's good if you can do it easy, but you don't have to eradicate everything. Okay, it's just a little extra that you can do if you see it's possible and it doesn't divert you too much from the main objective. Okay, so how the turn goes? How does the turn go? You do 4 actions. You then draw 2 cards from this deck, resolve any epidemics, discard up to 7 cards, and then infect cities. Okay, so 4 actions. Let's go and take a look at the actions we can actually do. So we can build a research station. We can discard the city card we are in to build something there. So let's say this guy has Jakarta, he was in Jakarta, he can discard the card and build a research station there, which again allows us to cure diseases and allows us to travel between them. Okay, so they are great for movement and also for getting to a station to discover a cure faster. We can treat disease, which means for 1 action we can remove 1 of these cubes. Okay, this guy can remove all of the cubes for of one color for one action. He is great. We can share knowledge, which means we can trade cards between both characters, although we can only trade the card of the city we are both in. So it's kind of hard to get this done. Let's say we are in Atlanta right now. They could trade the Atlanta card between them, but that's the only card they could trade. So you can do it if you really need to, but it takes a while to set it up. So it's useful, but not a super used action, at least on my part during the game. You can also discover a cure. Like I said, discard 5 cards of the same disease color to cure that disease. And this is how you win the game, discovering all of the four cures. And then you can do actions that relate to movement, moving around the board. You can move to a city connected by a white line. That's those lines right there. You can move from Atlanta here to Miami, or from Miami to Washington, or Washington to Montreal. I mean, up to you. You can just move along these lines right here. That is one action per movement, per line. You can take a direct flight, discard the city card to move to that city. So let's say he had Jakarta, he can discard the Jakarta cards and just go directly there, okay? You can take a charter flight, which is to discard the city that matches the city you are in right now to move anywhere. So we started at Atlanta. If I discard Atlanta, I'll just go anywhere on the board if I want, whenever I want to. So this is kind of like, oh, let's take a plane to Jakarta and go there directly, or we're in Atlanta, let's take a plane from Atlanta to go to anywhere. Okay, that's easier to understand, I guess, that way. And then the shuttle flight, which is to move from a research station to any other research station in the board. Right now we only have one, so we can't move to any other research stations just yet. Okay, so that is it. We can, I think it's easier as we play along to tell you how everything works. And as soon as we draw an epidemic, I'll explain that as well, okay? Because those are bad. By the way, we are playing with 6 epidemics here, so it's at a harder difficulty. Let's see how it goes. I want to show you guys a challenging game, so yeah, let's get this started. So, first of all, I haven't decided who starts, so I'm actually going to randomly draw some. I'm just going to drop one of these, and that's going to be our first player. I have no idea. Oh, sorry. Let me just shuffle them, and I'll just drop one at random. I don't know how to do this properly. Okay, so there we go. Okay, it's this guy, the medic. All right. So, medic, what does he want to do? He wants to get here really fast, because things aren't looking good here. No, they aren't. And I kind of want to build a research station somewhere around here, although that I'm going to leave that for the operations expert. So I guess the medic will... We have Baghdad, Kinshasa, and Jakarta. Baghdad is right here. Jakarta is right here. I want to get to these as fast as possible. Let's see. I think I might use Jakarta cards. Oh, well, honestly, I have Atlanta, so I can just go anywhere. So let's do that. So I'm picking up a plane on Atlanta, and I'm moving. So this is one action, and I'm going to move myself right here. Okay, so this was one action. Now for my second action, I'm doing a treat disease. So I remove all of these red cubes. That's 2. Now I move here 3, and I do another treat disease 4. So those are my 4 actions, okay? That's done. Now I draw 2 cards. Okay, we drew San Francisco and Tehran. Okay. Resolve epidemics. We didn't get any. Discarded up to 7. Down to 7. We have only 5. So now we infect cities. So how do we do this? We look at the infection rate, which is at 2 right now. So we draw 2 city cards, and we put 1 disease cube there. So Los Angeles, that is a yellow cube, I believe. Yes, Los Angeles has 1 more cube. And we draw San Francisco, which is right close to Los Angeles, and we put a blue cube there. Okay, so that is done. Now it's our operations expert's turn. So he wants to start building, I guess. So I think I want to discard the Tokyo. We are in a building, in a station, so I can do this once per turn as an action move from a research station to any city. So I'm going to use Tokyo. And I'm going to move myself over to... where do I want to move to? I think I want to move into here, Baghdad. And I'm going to use the other ability as an action. Build a research station in the city you are in. No city card needed. So, oh, sorry. Let me actually grab my stations, because I didn't get them out of the box. Sorry. Okay, so we are building one station right here. Okay. So that's two actions. We traveled one, we built, that's two. And now 3, and we move 1 cube from here. Sorry, that's 4. Okay, so his actions are done. Now, again, we draw 2 cards. We drew Paris and Khartoum. Okay. No black cards, although he has 2 black cards. If we can trade, that would be awesome. Let's see if we can. So, back to the medic. So he is definitely going to move 1, 2, cure all of these. That's 2. What else? He has Baghdad, because so he could actually trade here. Are we going to try? Let's go and try and trade. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to go to Tehran because I have Tehran, and I can actually trade this card because we need to be in the same space. Okay, so he draws 2 cards now. So there you go, an epidemic. So how do these work? Epidemic, it has 3 steps. First step, move the infection rate marker forward 1 space. That is this marker right here, so it's going to move 1. Okay. Next, we infect. We draw the bottom card from the infection deck and put 3 cubes on that city and then discard that card, which means we are going to draw the last one, which is this. Okay, oops. We are going to have a little look at the card. It is St. Petersburg, right up there. So we put 3 cubes in there, and we place it on the discard. Okay, so this is a city that is now in risk. And then we intensify. We shuffle the cards into the infection discard pile and put them on top of the infection deck. Okay, so now we shuffle all of these. I'll give it a shuffle. Be right back. Okay, so the cards are shuffled. And now we are going to continue. Discard up to 7. We don't have 7. And now we infect cities. So we just shuffled all of these discarded cards on top of the deck, which means we can eventually draw St. Petersburg again. And if we do, it's going to outbreak, because the cities, they can't have more than 3 disease cubes in them, okay? If they happen to have 3 and they receive 1 more cube, then an outbreak occurs. And that is very, very bad. I will show you. We will for sure have outbreaks, so I'll show you how that works if we get them. So now we draw 2 cards to infect with 1 cube. So that's Seoul, which is this one, okay? It is at risk again, at risk now, it has 3. And Kolkata, okay. No St. Petersburg yet. So, Kolkata, where is it? There it is. There is a cube right there, okay? So, maybe our builder here has to start thinking of getting to St. Petersburg. Or are we going to risk it? I'm not sure. So, because here's what I'm thinking. The medic can get there easily. I'm thinking I want the Tehran card, because it's a great opportunity. The medic is sitting there. You can exchange cards either on the turn of the person who has the card can give it to someone, or if someone happens to stop in the same space as the medic and in that city, he can use an action and take a card as well. So you can either give or take a card. So our builder can move 1, 2, and take the Tyrant card. Now, does he want to do that? I think he does. I'm just going to risk it, to be honest. 1 outbreak isn't that bad, to be honest. So I'm going to remove 1 cube from here. And then I'm going to move 1, 2. And for my fourth action, I'm going to take the Tyrant card. Okay, so that's 1 action here for the cube, then 2, 3, and then 4, I took the card. Okay, so those were my 4 actions. Maybe not the brightest, but oh well. So we draw 2 more cards, and there we go. That's what I was hoping for, the 5th Black Disease card. Okay, so now we are ready to cure this disease on the next turn. But now we have more than 7. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will discard the blue card, I guess, because I already have 2 yellows as well. Now, okay, we're down to 7, and now we infect cities. And now we hope that St. Petersburg doesn't come out just yet. Okay, London. That is fine. And now, please, no St. Petersburg. Okay, Taipei. Yes, that paid off. Awesome. Taipei gets 1 cube. Okay, now it's our medic, and he is all set to cure St. Petersburg. So please get a move on there. So medic goes 1, 2. He cures all of these. That's 3. Okay, we can breathe a little bit. And yeah, I wish I had a station here. I think I'm going to do one next with the builder. 3, and then what else are we doing here? Are we moving towards London? I guess we are. So that's 4. We're stopping right there. Okay, cool. We managed to save St. Petersburg. So we draw 2 cards, 1 and 2. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're still good in the cards in our hand. Now we infect cities. So we draw 2 city cards. That is Los Angeles. It gets 1 more yellow cube. And we drew, okay, St. Petersburg, just in time. Awesome. Okay. Back to our operation expert. He is very near a research station, so he's going to move there. 1. He is going to cure a disease. So that's 2 actions. Okay, he is discarding these 5 cards here. Bam. So the black disease is cured. We move this marker up. We only need to cure 3 more. If we happen to remove all of these black cubes, remember, it will be eradicated, but it isn't yet. Okay, so that was 2 actions. I want to go there, and I really want to build a red research station in the red area, although I don't want to discard any of these just yet. So how am I going to do that? I'm not sure. Do I want to just discard? No, because they're very valuable, to be honest. So that was 2 actions. I can just move there, to be honest. So let's just move. Let's go 3 and 4. Okay. And that's it for our operations expert. Let's draw 2 cards. Osaka. And okay, another yellow one. That is good. He is getting close to the yellow ones. He has 2 yellow as well. Could I actually do this again and give him some cards, maybe? Let's see if that worked. Okay, so we don't have 7 cards. We don't need to discard anything. So let's infect cities. Again, we draw only 2. Sorry, this kind of flew. Mumbai, gets a cube, and San Francisco gets a cube. There you go. So someone has to start moving here, I guess. So it's our medic's turn. He is going to move 1. He's going to cure 2. And he's going to start coming this way, and that's 3, 3 and 4. Sure, why not? Okay. Now 2 more cards. Buenos Aires. Okay, he is definitely going for... Oh, sorry. It's this guy. Buenos Aires and London. Okay, so he has 3 yellows, 3 blues. And yeah, I have to discard something. I'll discard back that because this disease has been cured already. So he will have to decide which of the disease to go for, because he can only have 7 cards in it. And this guy has 3 yellows as well, so I'm thinking going for blue with the medic is not a bad option. Okay, so that is done. We are going to infect Kinshasa. It's in danger right now. And, oops, sorry, Khartoum. Okay. Back to our operations expert. The guy is sitting right there. He is going to... Where do I want to build a station? Which would be the most... Is Hong Kong a good option? I think it is, to be honest. So I'm going to go 1. I'll actually just cure this. 2, 3, and build a station right here. That's 4. Okay. I'm kind of ignoring these. I will have to get to them soon enough, but the station is done. I mean, we have good transportation now between the map, so that was very much needed. So yeah, let's draw his cards. Let's hope there's a few yellow ones. Okay, so we got an event. We can add 1 research station to any city. Okay, cool. And another event. Jesus. This is 1 quiet night. Skip the next infect city step. Do not flip any infect. So we skip this step here. This card is good when we get up to 3 or 4 cards to infect in 1 turn. Okay, so let's save up this one. How many cards do we have in our hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have to discard anything just yet. Although I think I'm going to actually use this right away and add 1 research station. Actually, right here, because I want the medic to be able to get there fast. Okay, so now we infect the cities. So that's going to be 2 of them. Istanbul. This is cured, but it's not eradicated, so it's still, there's going to be black cubes being placed. And Hong Kong, which is where we are. There we go. Okay, medic now. Sorry, medic. Here he is. Okay, so the medic, I think he wants to get to Kinshasa really fast. He's going to do it via this research station. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. And with his 4th action, he's going to cure Kinshasa completely. Okay, that's his turn. He's going to get 2 more cards, and there you go. It's an epidemic. So if you remember correctly, we move this forward. We draw the bottom card from the infection deck, okay? So that is going to be this one, sorry. It is Karachi. We should have eradicated this, I guess. Too bad we didn't, so Karachi has 3. And now we shuffle this and put it on top of the deck. I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. Okay, the shuffling is done, and now we draw 2 cards. So that is Hong Kong, right here. It has 2 cubes. This is in danger. This one is also in danger. And Taipei, thank God, it didn't blow up in our faces yet. Okay, so only 2 cards, because we're still at number 2 of the infection rate. Okay, nothing too bad happened there. I just drew, that was the first one, so the second card is Bangkok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can discard one of these, and I think I'm just going to discard Jakarta. Okay, back to our operation expert. He is right there. What is he going to do? I think he's going to try and help out in Seoul, I believe. Yep. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, he's not going to do much this turn. I could just discard Osaka, but do I want to do that? To go there directly? Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove... Because Seoul might come out, like, really soon. Let's just go with, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very crappy turn, we didn't do much, but at least we saved Seoul from blowing up, okay? So, 2 cards. Delhi and Lagos, okay? Another yellow one. Sorry. We're at 7, so we don't have to discard nothing just yet. Let me remove this little helper here, because it's actually getting in the way. Okay. Now, we drew. Now we infect cities. That's going to be Los Angeles. Okay, this is in danger right now. And it's going to be Karachi, which just blew up. Okay, so here we go. We had 3 cubes in Karachi. We didn't cure it, so it's going to outbreak, which means we don't place the 4th cube in it. It's going to blow up to all the spaces that are adjacent to it. So, which means we put a cube here, we put a cube here, we put a cube here. Now it has 3. We put one here, and another one right here. And we move our outbreak marker to 1, because we just had an outbreak. This is really, really bad, okay? So, because there's 3 cubes right here as well. Let's say this had an outbreak, and this already had 3 cubes. It would add a 4th cube here, so this would also outbreak and branch out. So you can have a huge chain reaction if things go bad and just have outbreaks all over. Okay, so we need to get there pronto. Okay, so this was Karachi. Was it the first? No, this was the second card. Okay, so we're done. Now it's our medic. Yeah, and our medic is going to fly from research station to research station. That's 1. He automatically removes this because it's cured. That is 2. He automatically removes it. Sorry. That's 3. Automatically removed. He is amazing. And that's 4. So he just cleared all of this with just moving, okay? I think I'm gonna try, if I can, and eradicate this Black Disease so it doesn't bother us again. So, we are drawing 2 cards, another yellow one, really, and another Epidemic, god damn it. Okay, so, we're increasing this, we're up to 3 now. We are taking one of these cards, the bottom one, which is Jakarta. Jakarta is gaining 3 cubes. No, okay, and then we intensify, we shuffle this. Okay, so there's a big chance that Jakarta is gonna come up, either that or Los Angeles. Oh well, let's shuffle.